ये जो 3-4 लोगों की बातें मैं अभी आपको बताने वाला हूँ, इनकी बातें एक कान से सुनो और दूसरे से निकाल दो, वही अच्छा है। बिकॉज दीज गाइज आर पेड हेविली टू सेंसेशनलाइज स्टफ एंड ओनली फॉर कॉन्टेक्स्ट आई एम टेलिंग यू। फर्स्ट, Gary Neville. He said, appointing a championship level manager with no prior Premier League experience is going backwards. This will be another Graham Potter situation. It is chaotic and bizarre. Second, Jamie Carragher. He said that appointing Enzo Maresca is a mistake. With so many players in the squad and the direction that Chelsea is going in, Maresca won't be able to handle it and this mess is only going to get bigger. Third, Harry Redknapp. He said his inexperience of managing a top level club and also the inconsistencies and the internal issues that Chelsea is having, I doubt that Maresca will be able to provide stability to Chelsea Football Club. Fourth, Darren Bent. He said getting rid of Pochettino and getting in Maresca is not an upgrade and it is actually a downgrade. ये थे उन सो कॉल्ड टीवी एक्सपर्ट्स एंड फुटबॉल पंडित्स के थॉट्स जब चेल्सी ने एंजो मरेस्का को अपना नया मैनेजर अपॉइंट किया था। राइवल फैंस का भी बहुत कुछ कहना था। दे सेड ही इज गोइंग टू गेट सैक्ड इन 6 months. दिस इज पेप फ्रॉम अली एक्सप्रेस. This is Agent Pep in disguise and he's coming in to destroy Chelsea. And they were really happy कि Chelsea ने एक championship level का manager appoint किया and they will still struggle in the Premier League. Chelsea fans also had mixed emotions. Some of us were optimistic that he has been an assistant of Pep Guardiola and his Leicester season was good. But some of us were still skeptical that with no Premier League experience and no experience of managing in the top flight, he is going to struggle. Now, the only question was, would he be able to live up to the expectations or would the TV pundits and the Twitter experts have the last laugh? So in today's video, this is what we're going to find out. Who is Enzo Maresca? Where did he come from? And what is this storm that he is stirring up at Chelsea? Hello, all my internet friends and welcome back to another video on my channel Sardar Chels. अब almost 6 महीने हो चुके हैं एंजो मेरेस्का को चेल्सी का मैनेजर बने हुए and I thought this is a good time to judge the situation whether चेल्सी की बैंड बजी हुई है या फिर situation sorted है। स्टार्ट करते हैं एक छोटे से हिस्ट्री लेसन के साथ। एंजो मरेस्का स्टार्टेड हिज फुटबॉलिंग करियर इन द प्रीमियर लीग। Yes, you heard it right. In the Premier League, where he is managing today. He started his career as a midfielder for West Brom. Then he played for clubs like Fiorentina and Juventus in the Serie A. With Juventus, he even won the league in 2002. After this, he moved to the La Liga in Spain, where he played for clubs like Sevilla and Malaga. With Sevilla, he won 4 major trophies, including the UEFA Cup, the Super Cup, and the Copa del Rey. और एक fun fact बताता हूँ आपको. Enzo Maresca was still in his playing career when Jose Mourinho the second time was winning titles with Chelsea, when Antonio Conte was winning titles with Chelsea, and Eden Hazard was playing and being a legend for Chelsea Football Club. How crazy is that? Now, after he was done playing, he started his managerial career and his first stint in management was with Manchester City's youth team, where he won them the Premier League 2 title in his first season. Then he was hired by Manchester City to assist Pep Guardiola in the 22-23 season, where Manchester City won the title and also players like Cole Palmer, Rico Lewis and Oscar Bob came into the limelight. Maresca impressed everyone with his tactical know-how and his ability to develop the youngsters. After assisting Pep Guardiola in the 22-23 season, where Manchester City won the title, Maresca decided to take that big step and became the boss of Leicester City. He took a freshly relegated Leicester City side with high expectations to return back to the Premier League in one season, and he did it with style and dominance. Can you imagine when Leicester City appointed Enzo Maresca as their manager, he spent the first 2 months sleeping in their training ground. He completely changed the brand of football that was played by Leicester City. अब हमको एक ऐसी Leicester City दिखी which was defensively more solid, they were attacking very well and they were free scoring going forward. This completely took the championship by storm and turned the doubters into believers. अब एक बार देख लेते हैं कि मरेस्का का स्टाइल ऑफ प्ले क्या है और उसकी फुटबॉलिंग फिलॉसफी क्या है. मरेस्का likes to play his team in a 4-2-3-1 system with heavy reliance on the fullbacks, and the fullbacks have a lot of freedom. In the center of midfield, he plays a double pivot, जिसमें एक midfielder को full freedom होती है to go forward and one drops back. He likes to have his wingers really wide ताकि half spaces खाली रहें और जो midfielders हैं they can get into the half spaces and make chances. मरेस्का की टीम्स में हमेशा ये देखा जाता है कि they are defensively stable and offensively they have a lot of flair. Also, बहुत सारी इंपॉर्टेंस दी जाती है पोजेशन रखने में और जो पोजिशनल प्ले होता है वो बिल्कुल डायनामिक होता है. सो द पोजिशंस ऑफ द प्लेयर्स आर इंटरचेंजेबल. Whenever we hear good managers talking about Enzo Maresca, they always say that he has great man management skills. He puts a lot of importance on flexibility and that his players can play in multiple positions and are versatile. अब जब हमको पता है कि Maresca किस टाइप का मैनेजर है and how he manages his team, let's get into the part that we all have been waiting for. जब पिछला सीजन खत्म हुआ and we got rid of Pochettino, everybody was thinking now who is Chelsea going to appoint? With Chelsea, the expectations were bigger, the egos of the players were bigger, and we had a huge squad and a lot of instability at the club. It would take a lot to steady this ship. हमारे बोर्ड का भी ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड कुछ अच्छा नहीं था. They had made 3 huge mistakes. The first and the biggest mistake that they made was getting rid of Thomas Tuchel, जो आज भी Chelsea fans will never forget. He was and will remain one of the most loved Chelsea managers ever. The second was the appointment of Graham Potter from Brighton. And the third was basically getting rid of Pochettino, who gave Chelsea a little bit of stability last season. So when Maresca was appointed, the opinion was mostly one-sided and everyone was a little skeptical about him. Because Chelsea एक ऐसा क्लब है जहां पे मैनेजर से expectations बहुत high होती हैं. हमारी mentality is of a top club, of a club that always wants to win and always wants to challenge for titles. We are not a club that is satisfied with mid-table finishes or just finishing in the top 4. जब एंजो मेरेस्का चेल्सी आया, उसने 2-3 ऐसी चीजें बोली that really struck a chord with Chelsea fans. He said that I want to build an identity at Chelsea. Then he said, I want to build a winning culture here. And also he said that I want to work with the young players and develop them into tomorrow's superstars. We had a shitload of youngsters at our club and we actually needed a manager जो ये सब कर सके. In his first month at Chelsea, he made some really controversial and bold decisions. The first of which was letting go of Conor Gallagher, जो कि एक बहुत ही loved Chelsea player था. He was our academy graduate and he was through and through Chelsea. But he was not setting into Enzo's plans, so he was sold to Atletico Madrid. Then there was the sidelining of players like Ben Chilwell and Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling was surplus to requirements, so he was sold to Arsenal, which I think personally was a very good decision. Secondly, Ben Chilwell was also told that he is not going to get minutes in the Chelsea team, so he can look for another club or just sit on the bench. और आज सिचुएशन ऐसी है कि he is not even on the bench. He is just sitting there running out his contract. In place of these players, he gave preference to players like Noni Madueke, Mikhailo Mudryk, Malo Gusto, and he also got João Felix back to Chelsea from Barcelona and also a 18-year-old striker Marc Guiu from Barcelona. He kept emphasizing to other players that if they do not fit into his system, they can find another club or keep sitting on the bench or just fuck off. More than just big names on the team sheet, now it was more about stability and performance-based selections. मतलब अब सिर्फ आपका नाम की वजह से आपको टीम शीट पे नहीं लिया जाएगा. अगर आप पास्ट में एक अच्छे प्लेयर रहे थे, उसकी वजह से आप स्टार्टिंग लाइनअप में नहीं होगे. इट इज मोर कि आपकी परफॉर्मेंस कैसी थी, आप ट्रेन कैसे कर रहे हो, उस बेसिस पे आपको फर्स्ट टीम में सिलेक्ट किया जा रहा था. Maresca has trimmed our squad to 24 players that he trusts. He has built a lot of cohesion between these young players that the last two managers really struggled to do. The players now know their roles and position in the team. They put a lot of emphasis on positional play. They keep rotating their positions. They play possession-based football and follow Maresca's tactics to the point. I want to talk about players like Mudryk, Nicholas Jackson, Caicedo, एंकुंकू, जो लास्ट ईयर बहुत इनकंसिस्टेंट थे और लैकिंग इन कॉन्फिडेंस थे, बट दिस ईयर दे हैव फॉलन इन लाइन विद मरेस्का's फिलोसफी एंड उनके जो नंबर्स हैं दे आर शोइंग दैट। ये सब तो ठीक है, लेकिन व्हाट हैज चेंज्ड एट चेल्सी? I'll tell you what has changed. Maresca has built a team and not just a collection of individuals. He has got all these young players feeling a part of the squad and working towards a common goal, which is to get better and get Chelsea back to the place where they deserve to be. He has instilled a kind of hunger and a lot of ambition in these players, which they were lacking for the past year. And he also has them playing to the manager's plan while expressing themselves on the pitch, which we can see in the cases of Nicholas Jackson, Caicedo, and Mudryk. The mentality that he is instilling is of winning, and mediocrity at Chelsea is not an option for Enzo Maresca. He has trusted the youngsters and he wants to develop them for the long term. It is not just about selling them for profits anymore. His emphasis on preparing each game with the same intensity and reiterating the game by game focus has been great for Chelsea Football Club. But now everyone will be like, ये सब सुनने में तो सही लग रहा है, but इसका कोई impact भी हुआ है चेल्सी पे? I'll tell you. With 6 months now in charge, we are top of the Conference League table. We are sitting second at Christmas in the Premier League table. We are joint top for the most number of goals scored with Liverpool and joint top for the least number of goals scored against. We have two different squads, one playing in the Premier League and one playing in the Conference League. And the way the players interchange between the two squads is so seamless that it is a sight to see. It is not just showing on the table, it is showing on the pitch and off the pitch. The TV experts and football pundits are now praising his methods. Gary Neville is now asking his old club Manchester United's new manager Ruben Amorim to learn something from Maresca. Jamie Carragher is now eating up his words. Rival fans are wanting someone like him at their club now. The Chelsea fans are singing his name at games. There is a certain connection and love that has grown between the Chelsea fans and Enzo Maresca. The players are looking more hungry, consistent, and ambitious, and all the negativities of the press and controversies have started to die down. This is the impact that Enzo Maresca has had at Chelsea Football Club. When I'm recording this, in 21 games, we have 13 wins, 4 draws and 4 losses. For a manager जो Premier League में पहली बार manage कर रहा है, this is nothing short of remarkable. Also, these are just not numbers and words. It is also showing in the way we play. We press with purpose, we are smooth in transition, and we have that killer instinct to finish games which we lacked last season. The optimism is up, we are playing well, the world is buying into the process, and the rivals have started to get really worried. So in this moment, I'd just like to say, trust the process, trust the manager, and he's going to take us a long way. And now it is your turn. Tell me in the comments, what do you think of the Maresca magic? Do you think it's going to work and Chelsea are going to be at the top again? Or is this just a hype? Let me know in the comments below. And do not forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, Chelsea fans, everyone. I'll be back with my next video, which is going to be the Chelsea Fulham review. So stay tuned for that. Till then, keep the blue flag flying high.